Forrest.
Okay, what's your connection to the Society of Exploration Geophysicists?
Well, maybe it's a short story. I joined the SEG when I was in college. And that came out of high school because I was interested in math and physics, so I ended up in geophysics, even though I didn't know really what it was at the time. And so that led me to joining SEG many decades ago. And I've carried on since, being active as much as possible over the years.
So one question I want to ask you that I haven't asked the other ones. This membership is the members of this organization are very involved, very enthusiastic. What has made you stay with the organization for so long?
It's a technical challenge, would be one. You know, technology changes every year. It's getting better. Advances, being part of that is good. It also is fun. You know, I tell my grandchildren, you got to find a job that you like and is fun. And so what we all do, all of us here tonight, we have fun what we do, and that makes a big difference.
In one word, how would you describe the foundation?
I was chair of the foundation for 4 years, just like Rocky is now. I was on the board for 12 years, and I'm still active with the board, on the fundraising committee, in fact. And it's a challenge of raising money for the SEG programs. We have some wonderful student programs. We got some wonderful, another program which is active around the world, finding water in countries that need water, clean water. It's also the energy of the group. The energy of the group just is overwhelming. And in addition, a lot of these foundation members, even though you don't know all of them, in time become good friends. And that's a factor in keeping me active.
How has your involvement impacted you professionally?
Well, professionally, you know, I worked in the oil business for 50 years and retired now, but I'm still in the oil business. I got 2 volunteer projects, one with SEG, which is a student program, Evolve. In fact, we have Zoom meetings, you know, the Zoom technology. We have Zoom meetings with teams from around the world every week for 6 months. Sometimes we have to skip meetings due to conflicts, of course. And then we like to bring 2 or 3 students from each team to Houston every year for a conference, so we meet them in person. And it's always enjoyable. They often give us gifts from their country, like India. I got a nice one last year from an Indian team. So you feel good when that happens.
Yeah. Can you share a specific example of how the foundation has made a positive impact to the science community?
Well, first of all, you know, our role is raising money, obviously. And we had a campaign back in 2007 or 8. We raised $17 million, and that kept us going. A lot of it was from oil companies, but now the world has changed. You know, it's much more difficult to raise. So we got to have a wider view of raising money, not just from the oil industry, but from other industries as well. But how does it impact the lives of people? Oil and gas is the quality of life. It's people want to have nice homes. They want to have heat. They want to have air, they want to have cool air coming out when it's air conditioning in the hot weather in the summertime. And they want to drive nice cars. So, you know, even though oil and gas is being criticized right now, it's the value of oil and gas is its quality of life, and that keeps us all going.
Yes. What are your hopes for the future of the foundation?
Well, we need to bring more young people into the organization, middle-aged people. You'll see tonight if you're going to stay for dinner, most of us are in the 60s or 70s or 80s. So we need to bring younger people really into the organization.
Okay. And what would you say to someone considering becoming involved?
Well, you have to be dedicated, first of all. You have to want to do it. You have to enjoy it, and you have to network, and you have to have fun while you're doing it. And you have to learn. you know, I'm involved with this student program, Evolve, and they all kid me because I always say, I learn every year, even though I've done all this stuff before, but there's always new ideas, of course, in technology, but I like to learn. It just keeps me happy.